My friend, seeker of truth, brave soul who dared to click on this video. Pause for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the weight of the present moment. You are here for a reason. The gears of the cosmos have turned, the fabric of time has folded, and you, right now, at this very instant, are standing at a crossroads. Not just any crossroads, but one that echoes through the ages. One that your soul has waited for. One that the entire universe whispers for you to notice. Today, we will not speak of trivialities. We will not discuss what you should eat or which series to watch. Today, we will dive into the depths of your own existence. We will unravel the mysteries engraved in the very core of your being. We will converse with the essence of creation itself, with the whispers of the elders and the timeless wisdom of the one who knows the magnetic flow of love. For you are here to remember. You are here to awaken. You are here to answer the call that has echoed since the beginning of time. Have you ever asked yourself, in the silence of the night, when the world sleeps and only your thoughts keep you company, why am I here? Not a rhetorical question, but a question that burns in your chest, that echoes through the empty halls of your mind. Have you ever felt as if you are on a grand stage, playing a part, but without the faintest idea of what the play is about? That feeling, that sacred restlessness, is not a flaw. It is your calling. It is your soul screaming to be heard above the noise of the world. The elders, those who watch from higher planes, ask us, have you ever wondered about those things you cannot truly know? For how can you when there is no one to tell you? That is the great irony of your journey. You carry a profound knowledge, an ancestral wisdom, but you have forgotten it. You buried it under layers of conditioning, of fears, of others' expectations. You became a pilgrim in a foreign land, forgetting that this land, in truth, is your home. Are you here by accident? The elders ask. The answer, echoing through the veil, is a resounding no. You are not here by accident. Every life, every experience, every tear and every laugh was meticulously orchestrated by the symphony of your soul. You are not a leaf in the wind carried by chance. You are the wind. You are the force that shapes reality. And yet, you are trapped. Trapped in the familiarity of suffering. Trapped in the comfort zone of illusion. You have grown accustomed to the walls of your own prison, and you have stopped asking if there is a door. The mind, that powerful instrument that should be your servant, has become your tyrannical master. It does not want you to discover what lies beyond the known, because that threatens the control it holds over you, not only in this life, but in many others. The mind is the guardian of the status quo. It wants to keep you safe. But safety is often just another word for stagnation. The mind whispers, stay where you are. Do not take risks. The unknown is dangerous, but the elders, in their infinite wisdom, remind us that change is in the air. Change is not just a possibility, it is the very essence of life. It is true that many do not want change because of the inability to know the outcome it suggests. But I ask you, since when has life been about having certainties? Since when has the heroic journey been about knowing the ending before you even begin? The true adventure, the only one worth living, is the one where you take a step of faith into the abyss, trusting that something will catch you. The elders are not here to give you a detailed map. They will not show you every twist and turn of the path. That would defeat the purpose of your journey. Instead, they offer you a question, a key, a spark. Recognize that you are on the threshold of discovery. But how can you discover if you do not know where to look? How can you trust if every source seems doubtful? The answer is simpler and more difficult than you imagine. It is within you. The reliable resource, the source of all truth, is not in a book, a guru, or a church. It is in the silence of your own heart. It is there that the elders speak. It is there that the voice of God becomes a whisper. We could suggest that you have found what you are looking for. Yes, you have found it, not in a distant place, but here. Now, in this moment, as you hear these words. This is your anchor. This is the moment where you can choose to stop wandering and start living. Now, imagine you are on a road. Not just any road, but the road of your life. It is winding, full of curves, and sometimes dangerous. The air is heavy. You feel that something is chasing you. It could be a debt, a broken relationship, an illness, or the simple and overwhelming feeling that time is running out. You look back and see a shadow approaching. Despair begins to take hold. You cry out, "Spirit, show me the way. Show me what to do next." You pray, you meditate, you beg. And what do you receive? Silence, the void. The indifference of the universe seems to envelop you. Anxiety grips your chest. You feel lost, abandoned, like a child in a maze with no exit. My friend, this is the universal experience of the seeker. This is the test of faith. And it is precisely here that the wisdom of Kryon, the master of magnetic service, shines like a beacon in the darkness. Kryon tells us the parable of Michael Thomas, a hero on a spiritual journey. Michael received a map, a sacred celestial map that was supposed to guide him through a divine landscape, full of angels and challenges. Excited, he unrolled the map, expecting to see all the answers, all the routes, all the secrets of the universe. And what did he see? Almost nothing. On the map, there was only an arrow pointing to where he was, and a sign that said, "You are here." Imagine Michael's frustration. What a useless map, he must have thought. I already know where I am. I can see that with my own eyes. What I need to know is where to go. How many times have you felt like that? How many times have you asked for a clear sign, a direct answer, and received only the deafening silence of "you are here"? But the story does not end there. Michael continued his journey. Danger was approaching. The thing chasing him was getting closer. He reached a fork in the road, a crucial decision that could mean life or death. With his heart racing, he grabbed the map again. He had no more time. He needed an answer, and he needed it now. It was then that the miracle happened. When Michael reached the fork, when the need was absolute and time had run out, the map changed. It no longer said, "You are here." It said, with crystal clarity, "Turn left," or "Turn right." The information came at the exact moment he needed it. This, my friends, is the parable of divine timing. This is the lesson Kryon came to teach us. Spirit does not work like a GPS that gives us directions in advance. It does not show us the entire path, because, if it did, we would not need faith. We would not need to grow. We would not need to trust. Spirit operates on a perfect timing that often feels torturously slow to our three-dimensional minds. We want all the answers now. We want to have everything under control. We want to line up our ducks in a row before we even know which lake we are heading to. But that is not the way of Spirit. Let us deepen this. Imagine you need to move. The rent is too high. The building is being sold, and the clock is ticking against you. You have a few options. Option A, your friend Sally's house seems perfect. It is exactly what you have always wanted. You pray, "Spirit, please make option Sally work out. That is what I want. That is where I should go." This is the classic mistake. You are telling Spirit what the solution is. instead of trusting that it has a better solution, one that you cannot even imagine. Kryon asks us, do you allow Spirit to give you something better than what you asked for? That is the million-dollar question. That is the key to unlocking the flow of grace in your life. Do you allow yourself to be loved enough to be guided to something you did not ask for, or even to something you initially did not want? Do you have the wisdom to go to Joe when you wanted Sally? The clock keeps ticking. Anxiety increases. The deadline is approaching. And then, at the last minute, when you are about to give up, the intuition comes. A soft but firm voice whispers, "Go to Joe." Your mind panics. But I do not want Joe. I wanted Sally. This does not make sense. That is the test. It is the trial by fire of your trust. Will you insist on what you think is right, or will you trust what Spirit is showing you? If you have the courage to follow the intuition, even if it seems irrational, you will get to Joe. And Joe, with a smile on his face, will say, "Did you know something changed in the last few hours? I have something wonderful for you. And it is even cheaper than what Sally was offering." It is in that moment that you understand. Spirit was not late. Spirit was not ignoring you. Spirit was working behind the scenes, orchestrating events and the free choices of other people to create the perfect opportunity for you. It waited until the last second to ensure that vacancy was available, that the deal was closed, that everything aligned perfectly for you. That is the nature of divine timing. It is not linear. It is not about arriving first. It is about arriving at the exact moment, the moment you are ready, the moment the puzzle piece fits perfectly. It is about trusting that even when everything seems dark, there is an invisible hand guiding your steps. Now, put it all together. The elders questioning about your purpose, Kryon's parable about the spiritual map and divine timing. What does this mean for you, today, here and now? It means you are in the middle of a dimensional shift. A shift that is challenging everything you thought you knew about reality. And in this whirlwind, the only thing that remains constant is your connection to Source. The Elder's message is clear. You must want more today than yesterday. You must consider more than you considered before. This is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is the fuel for your evolution. Stagnation is death. Movement is life. And movement begins with a question, a desire, a spark of courage. And Kryon's message is the comfort. You are not alone on this journey. The map may seem empty, but it is active. It is alive. It reacts to your faith. When you reach the fork, when the need is extreme, the answer will come. Perhaps not the way you expect, but it will come. This is you allowing Spirit to interface with the field in a way that has never been seen before. You are so connected. More connected than you can imagine. You are a cell in the body of God, and every movement of yours affects the whole. So I ask you now, in this moment of profound truth, do you give permission to be loved like this? Do you allow the universe to conspire in your favor, even if it means going through uncomfortable situations? Do you trust that the plan is greater than your limited vision? Are you willing to let go of control and surrender to the current of love? The elders say that change is a choice. Change is about you, and it is always a wonderful preference to prefer. Are you choosing change today? Are you choosing to break free from the shackles of your mind and embrace the unknown? The hero's journey is not about never falling. It is about always getting back up. It is not about never being afraid, but about being afraid and acting anyway. It is about taking the map that shows only you are here and continuing to walk, trusting that when the time comes, the direction will appear. You came to this planet, to this life, at this specific moment in history, because your soul knew something grand was about to happen. You came to be a beacon. You came to be a transformer. You came to remind humanity of who it truly is. And the first person you need to remind is yourself. The time has come. The time to stop being a spectator and become the protagonist. The time to stop asking, "Why am I here?" and start living the answer with every fiber of your being. The time to stop begging for a map and trust the compass of your heart. Your life is your masterpiece. Every challenge is a stroke of paint that adds depth and color to the canvas. Every tear is a river that cleanses the soul. Every laugh is a ray of sunshine that illuminates the path. The message of the elders, the wisdom of Kryon, the strength of the ascended masters, the love of the Arcturians who greet you in peace and love. All of this is available to you, not in a distant future, but now. At this very moment, as you hear these words, the curtains of heaven part and the light of truth bathes your being. The only question that remains is, what are you going to do with that light? Will you hide it under a bushel, or will you place it on a hilltop for all to see? Will you continue to wander and wonder, or will you anchor this understanding into the solid rock of your reality? The choice, as always, is yours. But I ask from the depths of my soul that you choose life, choose courage, choose love, choose to trust the process. Choose to believe that you are worthy of all the blessings the universe has to offer. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are a divine intention. You are a fragment of God on a journey of self-discovery, and the entire universe is cheering for you. So go. Live, love, laugh, cry, fall, get up. And above all, trust, for the path is not something you find. The path is something you create, with every step, every breath, every beat of your heart. And the map that only shows you are here, it is correct. Because the only place where magic happens, the only place where transformation is possible, the only place where God can be found is here. Now, in this very moment. So be it. And so it is.